Have you ever just stopped and wondered where we, as humanity, actually fit in the grand cosmic scheme of things? Well, today we're going to dive into a pretty wild thought experiment. It's a way to classify civilizations not by their culture or tech, but by their raw, universe-shaping power. This is going to be a fun one.
And you know what? Let's just start right at the very top. This is the question that kicked off this whole explainer, and man, it really sets the stage for the absolutely unimaginable scope we're about to explore. But to even begin to answer that, we have to figure out where we are on this scale. And here it is, 0.73. That's us. According to this scale, we haven't even made it to level 1 yet. We're not even on the first rung of the ladder. We are, cosmically speaking, a civilization that's still just learning to crawl. And getting to that first rung, it's going to take a while. The source we're looking at suggests it could take us tens of thousands of years just to get to Type 1 status. So what in the world does that first big step even look like?
Okay, so let's imagine we've jumped forward all those thousands of years. We've finally reached that first major milestone. Let's take a look at what it really means to become the true master of your own home.
So a Type 1 civilization has total and complete command over its home planet. I mean, really think about that for a second. We're not just talking about solar panels and wind turbines. We're talking about controlling the weather, stopping hurricanes in their tracks, tapping directly into the energy of volcanoes, maybe even preventing earthquakes. It's a world with no energy crisis, where you could build cities on the oceans because you completely control the sea level. They've unlocked 100% of their planet's power.
But you know, mastering a single planet, that's just the very beginning. The next steps on this cosmic ladder, well, they involve leaps in power and ambition that are pretty much impossible for us to even wrap our heads around, as we go from a planet to an entire star system and way, way beyond.
So you can really see the massive jump in scale right here. A Type 1 civilization, they're masters of their planet. But a Type 2, they're masters of their entire star. They capture all of its energy. And that incredible power, that's what unlocks true interstellar travel and colonization. But wait, how could anyone possibly capture all the energy from an entire star? Well, the theory points to one of the most famous and awesome ideas in all of science fiction, a technological megastructure of absolutely epic proportions. So, a Dyson sphere is basically a giant shell or a massive swarm of satellites built to completely surround a star and soak up every single drop of its energy. I mean, the engineering would be unbelievable. They'd probably have to take apart whole planets just for the raw materials. But with that kind of power, you could create artificial gravity, move planets around, and even start messing with small black holes.
And you can see where this is all going, right? The power just keeps building. Once you've mastered a star, the next logical but totally staggering step is to colonize your entire galaxy. And after that, you learn to control it completely.
A Type 3 civilization, they think on a galactic scale. They'd probably use self-replicating robots to spread across hundreds of thousands of light years, building colonies everywhere. They wouldn't just look for habitable planets, they'd make them. They could adjust orbits, create new stars, build entire solar systems from scratch. Yeah, from our tiny little 0.73 perspective, they would seem like actual gods. But even that is nothing compared to a Type 4. See, they don't just colonize the galaxy, they own it. The entire galaxy is just a resource for them to use. Manipulating gravity, traveling at near light speed, for them, that's just Tuesday. They could drain an entire star system for a power-up and not even think twice about it. Okay, and this is where things get really, really weird. At this point, the scale moves beyond just engineering the physical universe and into abilities that seem to just shatter the laws of physics as we know them. I mean, just listen to this quote directly from the source material. It just perfectly captures this insane leap in power. Things that are the absolute wildest dreams of our fiction, parallel universes, time travel. For a Type 5 civilization, that stuff is easy, trivial even.
So what can a Type V do? Oh, you know, just travel faster than light, create entirely new forms of life from scratch, and access hidden dimensions of space-time. If they really wanted to, they could literally just reach into our universe, pick up a planet, and drop it into a different one. They're not just masters of the universe, they're masters of reality itself.
So now, we're at the top of the mountain. We've reached the final, most powerful, and honestly, the most abstract levels of existence. These aren't just civilizations anymore, they've transcended all of that to become something else entirely. For all intents and purposes, they're gods.
A Type V civilization has literally moved beyond the boundaries of our universe. Time and space don't really apply to them in any way we'd understand, and because of that, they've achieved a state of absolute true immortality.
And this slide just perfectly lays out their power. They're not just living in the universe anymore. They are its architects. They can literally create and destroy entire universes whenever they feel like it. To them, energy and matter are the same thing. They are cosmic law.
And at last, we've reached the absolute peak, a Type 7 civilization. The source describes them as something that has left its physical form behind completely. Their consciousness has literally merged with the fabric of reality, existing everywhere and nowhere, all at once. And here it is, the answer to that terrifying question we started with. A Type 7 civilization isn't just in the universe, it is the universe. They are the creators of everything, the authors of time, space, all the laws of physics. They could create a new reality with a mere thought. They are the absolute, undisputed lords of everything that is, was, or ever will be.
Wow. Okay, so after that trip to the very edge of imagination, let's bring it all back down to Earth for a second. Where did this absolutely incredible idea even come from?
Well, the original idea is called the Kardashev scale. It was thought up way back in 1964 by a Soviet astronomer named Nikolai Kardashev. But here's the interesting thing. His original scale only went up to Type 3. All those higher levels we just talked about, those are more modern speculative additions to his amazing core idea.
And that's really the most important thing to remember here. As mind-blowing as all of this is, the entire scale is a theoretical framework. It's a way for us to try and imagine the possibilities out there, but for now, it's just a fascinating hypothesis, not a proven fact. So we'll end by turning that big question back over to you. After going up this cosmic ladder of power, from planetary masters all the way to the creators of reality itself, what do you think? Are we all alone, or are there others out there far, far beyond us on this incredible, mind-bending scale?